Hey everybody, it is Mickey. Gianni not with us right now because sitting to my left, maybe you're right. I don't know how you're looking at this. It's a new signing for the Blast, but old familiar face and name, fan favorite, Lucas Roque. Lucas, welcome back to the team, man. Absolutely. So for those that are either younger or newer Blast fans, Lucas, just real quick, where are you originally from? Tell us how you ended up in America playing soccer.
Originally, I'm from Brazil. I came to America when I was 12 years old, and 8 years ago was when I started playing with the Blast.
When you were in Brazil, were you familiar with the American indoor game at all?
No, never heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
Everything was new to me.
When you got here and saw it for the first time, were you did you like it originally, or did you think this is weird? Or
First, I thought it was strange because I came to indoor in South Florida.
Yeah.
That's where I live. And we had a little indoor complex there, and it was a little strange, but then I got used to it, and I used to like it playing there. But when I came up here, it was totally different.
Yeah.
It was like another game.
Yeah.
And it was a game that I learned to love, you know.
Lucas, a lot of Blast fans, you were a fan favorite. And when you left and got hurt and those things, people were heartbroken. And I think people are going to be, I mean, you can see it now. People chiming in. They really, really are big fans. I got to go to, I guess, maybe the highlight of your career here, the bicycle kick goal in the championship. Do you still think about that goal?
Oh, yes, definitely. That was my first year.
Yeah.
My first year, first final, and that helped us winning the championship. It could never forget.
Would you say that that's maybe the best goal of your career?
Definitely the best goal of my career.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. It is kind of hard to beat, isn't it?
It is. A bicycle kick in the finals to be the winning goal.
Yeah. It was
very hard to beat.
It was an amazing goal. I've watched it a couple times, and I'm blown away by it. Let me ask you this: you said 14 when you moved to America, or 12? I'm sorry, 12 when you moved to America. So those are very formative years, especially in a soccer player in Brazil. That's such a part of your culture back home in Brazil. Everybody plays.
Everybody.
When you got to America and you realized 1 out of 10 kids maybe played soccer, and the level of player that you were, I'm sure, used to playing around with was drastically different.
It was very different.
Did it give you confidence, though, that when you did get to high school, you knew you were much better than the majority of American kids? And I say that with respect.
No, I understand. I always had a confidence, but down in South Florida, there's a lot of mix, you know?
Yeah, there is a lot of South American.
Like on my high school, I played with a lot of Brazilians in the team.
Yeah.
Yes, we had play against some not very good high school teams.
Yeah.
But overall, it was very competitive. You know, it was pretty competitive with all the South American, the Americans, and especially with the Brazilians. It was very good. It was a very competitive league.
Have you gone back home to Brazil since you've been here?
I do it every year. I try to go at least once.
Yeah. You've been here for, most of your life.
I just came back from Brazil.
Oh, no kidding.
For a month, yes.
Okay.
New Year's and Christmas.
Do you, would you say that you're glad you kind of came of age in America, or do you wish there was a part of you that had stayed in Brazil the whole time?
I'm very glad that I lived all these years in America. I have no regrets.
Good for you.
No doubts that this was the best thing for me.
I got to ask you, who is your favorite team, club, professional team back home in Brazil?
It's called Palmeiras.
Palmeiras.
Yes.
Okay.
They're actually in South Florida now for the Florida Cup.
No kidding.
And they're on preseason.
Oh,
they
wow.
Came to Florida Cup, but unfortunately,
you had to leave.
Yes, I won't be able to watch them play.
What part of Brazil are you from?
São Paulo.
São Paulo.
Yes.
Okay. When I was a kid, I'm a lot older than you, but when I was young, I played soccer my whole life. We didn't get a lot of international exposure in America. It's great players. I knew one Brazilian team, Santos, because of Pele, right? And that was it. Does Pele is he still a god to everyone in Brazil? It is, right?
He's the soccer god. Nobody could ever compare themselves to Pele. When you say a good player comes up, like let's say this year, some player came out, he's really good. They will never compare him to Pele.
No one compares.
No.
Not even
They will
Messi or
compare him
Ronaldo.
For us, no.
No, right.
No.
Well, we do some things around here a little goofy and weird. So I'm going to ask you some crazy questions.
All right.
You just give me honest answers. Some of them aren't crazy. Some of them are real questions. Some of them are really stupid. Who is your favorite musician, band, or musical artist ever?
Favorite musician? That's a good question. I never thought about it. Probably, let's go with it, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, good answer. Your favorite movie you could watch over and over?
Favorite movie that I could watch over and over. I don't.
They get harder from here.
Because I don't have one. How
about Star Wars? Did you like Star Wars?
I don't watch Star Wars.
No?
No, I'm not a big fan. I like all the let's put Batman.
Batman, good answer. Who is uglier? Who is uglier? Me or Coach Danny Kelly?
Coach.
Coach is uglier. All right, he's lost that question every time. How many people do you think that Ed Hale killed when he was in the CIA?
A bunch.
A bunch.
Yes.
That's a good answer.
Sometimes he can look. He can have a mean face on.
What do you hate more, disease or the Argentinian national team?
Argentina national team, of course.
I just won $20.
Oh, yes.
Who would win in a fight, Batman or William Vanzella?
William.
William would win. If you had to listen to only one type of music the rest of your life, and it was between country music, American country music, or classical music, what would you pick?
American country music.
All right, good enough.
Yeah.
If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called? That's a weird question. How do you say peanut butter in Portuguese?
Pasta de amendoim.
There's the answer, I guess.
Butter? I don't know.
What sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory alcohol amount to?
Let me see.
You have to be drunk to play.
I think soccer would be pretty fun.
Soccer would be great. Yes. It would last about 4 minutes and everybody would play it out.
Everybody kicking the ball. Everybody's going to miss the ball.
If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family think you were arrested for?
Probably because disturbing the peace.
That's a great answer. What activity did you do as a childhood that has been completely ruined for kids today?
Something that I don't see often here. It's not only today, like since I got here. We used to play a lot of like mini goals on the street, in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Like
play soccer right in the street.
You put like sandals as goals.
Yeah, of course.
And then
I did it growing up in the city.
When the car will come,
you stop and move the sandals.
Stop where you are.
Yeah.
You don't see that anymore.
That's a great street soccer. Yes. All right. Would you rather be covered in fur or fish scales?
Fish scales.
That's an interesting one. I think I would go with fur. What Brazilian thing do you wish all Americans embraced and loved?
The food.
The food.
Yes.
All right. Which brings me to my next question. What is better, an American burger or a Brazilian steak?
Brazilian steak.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
If you were not a pro soccer player, what would you be?
Something related to sports.
Something in sports.
Yes, I love sports.
Which brings me to my next question. Name another sport that you wish you were a pro in.
I wish I was a pro in. I don't have the size and anything, but I love basketball.
Basketball. Mm-hmm. There you go. Who, in your opinion, is the best soccer player in the world?
Right
now.
Right now, I take Cristiano Ronaldo.
Over Messi.
Me
too.
Yeah.
I get in that argument all the time.
Me too, yeah.
Well, Lucas, you are back to your old number, by the way, 8.
Number 8. Yes.
They've had it in the shelf since you left, I guess, man.
I guess nobody came up to grab it.
Claim it. You know, the Blast have gotten off to we'll just call it a rocky start. Certainly not panic button time, but it's not great time. I know the coaches, the upper echelon here, and I'm sure the fans are going to be so excited to have you back,
Yes.
help turn things around.
I'm excited to be back as well.
You're still in good enough shape to make that bicycle kick again if it presents
Oh,
itself?
yes. Can't wait.
Lucas, congratulations. Number 8,
Thank
back
you.
with the blast. We look
Appreciate
forward to it. Everybody spread the word. Number 8, Lucas Roque back with the Baltimore Blast. We also have another big announcement that we will either do later today or tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. As always, keep watching, and thanks for your part in everything,
Thank you.
everybody.